Hi, I'm Garrett, and I'm just gonna do a quick review on Wonsulting AI. Um, I came across Wonsulting from Jerry Lee's Instagram, which is where I had initially found him, and I believe I'd used his cover letter generator or the resume generator before actually using the premium subscription here. So yeah, I've had the premium subscription for about a month now. It's $20, and I'm currently a recent grad applying for jobs, looking for jobs, doing interviews, all that stuff, and I thought, hey, $20 is a pretty small investment to make into something that could potentially give me some more interviews and better prep and whatnot. So yeah, this is just going to be a quick rundown on kind of what everything is, my honest experience with it, and what I liked, what I disliked, etc. So I guess we can hop right into the resume generator, which is where you start. I thought this was pretty good. I like the formatting. It's very similar to Jerry's template, which is the one that I use when I submit to employers. But yeah, pretty easy to make uh, a resume if you don't have one already. You can go in here and click generate points and then put in your role and a quick sentence on on the role, and you'll get generated some bullet points here, and then you can go in and edit them to be accurate to what the role actually was. But I would say overall this was pretty solid. You can go in here and get some feedback on like where you could do better. I don't know if let's see where are we at. Like missing keywords, so you could add in some more words to get a higher score, etc. Um, so yeah, overall, I would say this was probably like an 8 out of 10. Like this is really solid. The formatting great. Um, you know, I would say the only drawback that I had was like moving stuff around wasn't super intuitive to me at first. Like it felt a little clunky to try and try and shift things around. But I would say after getting used to it, it's not too bad. So once you do that, you can actually go in and use that for some other things. So the cover letter generator and the auto apply is where you would use it. So next, the cover letter is the what you'll submit to employers, which is pretty much 99% of the jobs that you apply for. Here, so you'll put in the resume and then the title and the job, or the title of the position and then the name of the company. And it'll generate your cover letter here. I would say overall this was also pretty good. I would say it was a little bit too lengthy for me. Usually I like to keep it to 3 paragraphs, like 250 words, and just stop it there. But usually when I was getting, these generated, it was giving me like 4 or 5 paragraphs, which I thought was a little too much. But content wise, I would say it's pretty accurate to kind of what you want to see on a cover letter. And I guess the other thing that I noticed was like at the at the end of the cover letter, it would sign it off with sincerely and then your name in brackets. But my name would not be here. So like you'd have to go in here and type out my name, and then I think it would also kind of try and pull the company's information and then put brackets like around hiring manager name, company name, etc. Which was a little bit inconvenient, but yeah, I would say overall like not too bad. So I guess the next thing I could hop into is the interview AI. This I really did enjoy using. I had a interview last week. And so I was able to use this to help prep for it. It was over Zoom, which is kind of the same format of this. If we go ahead and click on completed interviews. So this is a previous recording. As you can see, there's a transcript of the questions and my answers. And you usually get 5 questions, and then you might get a follow-up question for each one of them. And I would say overall, like this is pretty accurate to kind of some of the questions that I got on my interview. And it definitely got me prepped in the way that like I could rehearse my answers, kind of tweak some things. At the end of it, you kind of get a response of like, hey, what did you do well? Like, what were your strengths and weaknesses? Which I overall really enjoyed. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this this tool in here. So yeah, let's hop out of here and then go into the network AI. This was pretty interesting. So this is like, if you wanted a message that you could send to people on LinkedIn, you could easily make a message to send to people that you didn't know or were not connected with. So for instance, if we type in the role, the target company, then your current role. Go in here, click generate, and then you'll get a response of something that you can copy and paste to people on here. Go ahead and click go to LinkedIn. And then the cool part about this is you get an immediate result of all the people that are currently working at the target company and in or previously worked at that position. So here you get an immediate list of all the people that are working at where you want to work, and so you could easily message or connect with them, etc. And there's also a couple of other types of connections. So like if you just want to expand your network, you just type in what your current role is, and you'll get a whole bunch of people that are also in that same role, and you could connect and talk with them with the generated message here. Yeah, honestly, no drawbacks. Nothing I disliked about this. I thought it was pretty cool. I do like that you can have this kind of immediate search here, and then you could go back and bookmark it if you want to come back to it later, where it's pretty easy to access. And then we've got the job tracker, which is it's meant to be a job tracker where you can kind of see like your process, see where you're at in the job application process. However, I was not able to get this to work. It kind of didn't work in the sense that it wasn't updating the emails even after refreshing and trying to track it. Or it'd put like spam emails that were kind of close to like they were marketing emails, but they got kind of thrown in here. So yeah, I would say like this is probably better for I don't know, like I personally prefer just using a spreadsheet. Obviously you can go in here and upload a spreadsheet, but for me it didn't seem too practical. So I guess it is what it is. For me, I would like to see like, I guess better syncing and like spam filtering or something like that. But yeah. And then lastly, we've got the auto apply, which I think is probably the most impressive in some ways, but also there's kind of a caveat to it. So I guess we can hop in and see kind of how this works. So if we go here, we can find our jobs. So we'll type finance, and then we'll pick a few states. There's New York, and then put in San Francisco. There we go. Go ahead and click continue. And then here you can select additional criteria. When I was doing this, so let's say 0 to 3 years and then entry level. I mean, that's kind of what I would expect for an entry level position here. But when I would go in here and get a result for the jobs, it wouldn't always give me jobs that I either selected in the region or it would be outside of that years of experience range. So it was kind of like, you'd have to go in and sift through some jobs that weren't like applicable to you. And then also, as once we get a result here, you can see that it'll submit a cover letter for you, and then it'll answer any questions that are on the applications. I was a little disappointed, so we can hop in. So you can see we get a whole bunch of results here. So you can see you get if we click on this. So this is a job. And I noticed one thing that's like all the jobs here are listed from Greenhouse. And it didn't actually result with any other job boards, which kind of means that you're limited in the number of jobs that you have access to or that you could apply to. So I guess that's one thing that I would like to see is just a broader range of job boards that you can have resulted here. And then also I was a little disappointed in the fact that so the autopilot function I thought was intriguing. So I was like, hey, this looks cool. My thought was like it would auto generate a cover letter according to the company and title of the role. And apparently it doesn't do that, which didn't really make sense. Cause it's saying here, I allow WonsultingAI to automatically generate cover letters and answer application questions for me. But then it turns out it just submits whatever cover letter you chose it to submit. And this cover letter in particular is just kind of like a generic one. So it's not company specific to the role or anything like that. It's just generic, like, hey, this is my experience, this is what I've done, etc. Which is kind of, it's not like, it's not custom. So it's kind of like if somebody does see that, they're like, hey, this is a cover letter, but it's, it's not specific. So I was a little disappointed there. But I will say the time save here of just clicking, clicking here and then clicking apply is a huge time save. I think I've applied to, it says here 9 jobs. I think it's been more than that. But the amount of time that you save from just doing the one click here, and then you can also click as many roles as you want to, and then click apply to the job. Is pretty cool. And then I guess the other thing was there's no mass delete button. So if I go in here and try and delete one of these roles, for whatever reason it pops up with the job again, which I don't want to do. I want to delete it, and then delete. Then I'll remove it. But say if there's a bunch of jobs that aren't applicable, I can't go in there, and then there's no mass delete. It still deletes one by one. Yeah, I guess overall, I would say $20 for sure. Give this a shot and try and use it. See what you like and dislike about it. Yeah, hopefully this was helpful in some way. Hopefully I wasn't too critical of it or anything like that. I think I definitely got my money's worth for the products offered here. So yeah, that's it. So see you later.